Hello, everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 223, The Tea Dragon's Assistant. Lynn balanced precariously on a rickety stool, her nose barely brushing the underside of the enormous tea kettle. It bubbled merrily on the open fire, sending wisps of fragrant steam billowing towards the thatched roof of the shop. Lynn, all of 12 summers old, was the newest apprentice to Mr. Long, the renowned tea dragon. Mr. Long, a creature of shimmering emerald scales and gentle eyes, slumbered peacefully in a corner, his long tail curved possessively around a hoard of glittering teacups. Today was Lynn's first solo task, preparing the dragon's dream tea, a blend rumoured to grant wishes. The recipe was a closely guarded secret, passed down through generations of dragons. Her heart pounded as she carefully measured out the delicate green leaves and shimmering flower petals. Suddenly a frantic clatter echoed from the front of the shop. A young woman, her eyes red-rimmed, burst through the door. "Mr. Long!" she cried, collapsing onto a stool. "Please, you have to help me." Lynn, startled, almost dropped the precious ingredients. Mr. Long, awakened by the commotion, lumbered over, his eyes blinking sleepily. "What troubles you, young one?" he rumbled, his voice surprisingly soothing. The woman, introducing herself as May, poured out her woes. Her family's farm was failing, and they were on the verge of losing everything. Tears welled up in her eyes. Lynn felt a pang of sympathy. Her own family had struggled during the last harvest. Mr. Long listened patiently, then turned to Lynn. "Get me the Sun's Promise tea," he instructed. Lynn scurried to a shelf lined with vibrant jars. The Sun's Promise tea, a blend known to bring good fortune, was a less potent concoction than the Dragon's Dream. But perhaps, Lynn thought, it was the perfect tea for May's situation. As Lynn prepared the tea, Mr. Long spoke with May, offering advice on new farming techniques and nearby markets. When the tea was ready, he presented it to her with a gentle smile. "Thank you, Mr. Long," May whispered, taking a sip. "You've given me hope." Lynn watched as May left, a newfound determination in her step. A small but warm feeling bloomed in her chest. Maybe helping others wasn't such a bad thing after all. Later that day, a farmer, his face creased with worry, entered the shop. Recognizing him as a neighbor, Lynn greeted him warmly. "Mr. Vu, is everything all right?" Mr. Vu explained his concerns about a rare insect infestation threatening his rice crop. Mr. Long, after examining a sample Lynn had carefully collected, concocted a special blend using crushed herbs and spices. As the days turned into weeks, Lynn found herself playing a vital role in the shop. While Mr. Long offered wisdom and guidance, Lynn used her newfound knowledge to prepare teas suited to each customer's needs. One afternoon, a well-dressed woman entered the shop. It was May, her face radiant. Her farm had flourished, thanks to Mr. Long's advice and a sprinkle of luck from the Sun's Promise tea. In her hand, she held a basket overflowing with fresh vegetables. "Thank you," May said, her eyes shining. "Both Mr. Long and you, Lynn, you helped me save my family's farm." Lynn beamed, the warmth in her chest spreading through her entire body. Being the tea dragon's assistant wasn't just about brewing fancy teas, it was about making a difference, one cup at a time. Vocabulary notes. Rickety stool. Adjective. A rickety stool is a wobbly or unsteady stool that might not be safe to stand on. Precariously. Adverb. Precariously means in a way that is not stable or secure and could easily fall. Thatched roof. Noun. A thatched roof is a roof made from straw, reeds, or other plant materials. Shimmering. Adjective. Shimmering means to shine with a soft, wavering light. Hoard. Noun. A hoard is a large amount of something valuable that has been collected and hidden away. Apprentice, noun. An apprentice is someone who is learning a trade or skill from a more experienced person. Rumoured, verb. To rumour is to spread information that may or may not be true. Delicate, adjective. Delicate means easily damaged or broken. Clatter, verb. To clatter is to make a loud, harsh, rattling sound. Red-rimmed, adjective. Red-rimmed described eyes that are red and puffy around the edges, often from crying. Woes, noun. Woes are problems or troubles that cause someone sadness or worry. Lumbered, verb. To lumber is to move in a slow, clumsy way. Rumbled, verb. Rumble describes a deep, continuous sound, often associated with a large object or voice. Potent, adjective. Potent means powerful or effective. Concoction, noun. A concoction is a mixture of different ingredients, especially one that is made in a careful or secret way. Flourished, verb. To flourish means to grow or develop in a healthy and successful way. Radiant, adjective. Radiant means shining brightly and warmly. Overflowing, adjective. Overflowing means so full that something is spilling out. Story written by Google Gemini AI. Images created by Designer AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.